Ladies and gentlemen, may I present DoorDash episode number 37. I am Empress Pamela. I am over 100 deliveries with DoorDash. I also do Grubhub. I am eligible to do Uber Eats. Still have not done that. But anyway, today is Friday morning, still in my PJs. I did a dash yesterday and I didn't do a video because I was so exhausted. Everything caught up with me. So I want to do it this morning and I'm planning to go out this afternoon. Either, well, I think I'm going to have both apps, DoorDash and Grubhub, on this afternoon since it is Friday, and I might try um, a different territory, not necessarily my normal territory, but the one that allows more Grubhub orders for dinner. That's kind of my intention. So, yesterday, after spending time with my mom, because just heads up, as your parents age, and if you're lucky to have them after a certain age, they become the child and you become the parent. That is the sad reality of it. And it is very stressful and it is very exhausting. Um, and then when dementia kicks in, it is multiplied. So that is what I'm dealing with. That is, other than health, my own health, trying to revitalize my health after cancer and being obese. All of this shit does not, a young, active body make, right? It all compiles stress, weight, illness, you name it. There go my excuses. But anyway, just so you know, I'm not out there pounding the pavement and racking up $100 a day, which ideally I would love to. I watch videos of people that can do it. So, from my perspective, this is doing gig work that allows flexibility. You don't have to answer to anyone. You don't have to dress a certain way. And there's autonomy and freedom. And I think it's hard to put a price on that at times. Anyway, wow, what a rant. But however, and such, it was a gorgeous day. Spring here in North Carolina is really magical. And it is the end of March, but we've had some really beautiful weather, the colors with the blooming. I mean, it's in the 60s to 70s. Today it may go up to like 75. But still cool. It's not hot and humid like it usually is in the summer. So we'll see how that looks like in the summer. Stay tuned for that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I welcome you. I appreciate you. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and neither are you. So if you like me, I like you too. I keep my friends real close. I am an INFJ, which on the Myers-Briggs is one of the rarest personalities. So I don't have a whole banyan of friends or acquaintances. I just am very selective with who I choose my energy to share with. Does that make sense? God, I am going on rants. Okay, yesterday, so I visited my mom, helped her do laundry. We played cards. I actually had lunch there. Really spent some quality time. Was trying to get her in the shower. That's a whole nother thing. Ugh, I don't even want to talk. I'll talk about that maybe in a separate video about dealing with aging parents. But yeah, I hung out. I did quality time. And I was like, oh, let me go try to make some money. And it was like 1:45 in the afternoon. So it really was after lunch and it was before dinner. And that's kind of like off peak, I would say, on a Thursday. Yeah. But I was consistently taking orders, and you'll see the quality of the orders weren't that great. However, the distance that I traveled was really manageable. It's all within, I want to say 5 miles, 6 miles maybe. So Jersey Mike's, I always like picking them up. Although the one I go to, they opened kind of within the last year, and they could be better. Let's just say they could be more put together, more friendly, more customer focused. Yeah, there's a need for improvement. That was fine. That was only like a mile away. That's probably why I took these smaller, less than $6 orders. However, so I did a Jersey Mike's, I did a McDonald's. The McDonald's I did. So there's something called the dinner box. That's what they ordered. Got a shitload of food. So maybe check it out. And I vaguely remember seeing that you can order a dinner box from McDonald's only on their app, and it includes a lot of different food. Like you could feed a family. I think it's called a family dinner box, something like that. Excuse me. Anyway, that's the first time I did that. They could improve too in this area. I don't know, McDonald's. I was speaking Spanish to them because all of them were Spanish speaking that. And once I say, speak Spanish, then I get some sort of recognition there. Otherwise, I'd just be standing there. Anyway, Hardee's, $2. Why did I take this? Well, I was thirsty and I wanted to get a drink, and I was going to go there anyway. It was right near McDonald's. No, I figured no tip, but $2, I was like, yeah, it's a mile away. Let me just do it to keep busy, right? To make sure it makes sense. And I kind of, even though I accepted the offer and I delivered it, and you know, it was hard to find house, honestly. It did annoy me that they did not tip. And I'm like, these ungrateful people. Yes, it's 1.8 miles, 2 miles, whatever. I took it. I could have left it on the table, but I don't know. I don't get people, even if it's still my time, right? So throw me a dollar. What's a dollar like these days? If you really think about it. Yeah. So I guess my point in saying, if you're going to take a less than appealing order, make sure you don't have any resentments afterwards that eat up your energy and make you annoyed. So that did make me annoyed. So I don't know if going forward I'm going to be as kind to ungrateful bitches. I don't want to say it that way, but come on. And the person, whatever. I don't want to talk about people, but it just it didn't sit well with me. It felt good at the time. I'm like, oh, I'll just do it and who cares? But I guess I cared. Grancio. This is kind of a new restaurant, although I went in there. I said, how long have you been open? Oh, over a year. I'm like, oh, I didn't know. But there was someone eating in there. That was a good, that met my criteria. My criteria is typically no less than $6. Can't be upside down within a certain mile radius, blah, blah, blah. So that was fine. And then I just topped off the afternoon with a Little Caesars, which they just opened, and it was fine. So I made, in 87 minutes, which is like an hour and a half, I made $26, which comes out to $17.93, which is like the lowest that I've been in a long time. But I have to say, it's off hours. It was from like 2 to 4 in the afternoon, and I was consistently working, driving. So, and I got so tired after. I was just trying to do way too much, and I'm like, damn it, I wish I could be out here. But then I start getting hungry, and it's 4 o'clock, and I guess in my mind it's like, oh, I've been busy today, blah blah blah. I don't know. I've got to get over. I'm working up my endurance. The good thing, this is the thing. Concentrate on the positive, right? I'm going to try to tell myself. I got out there. I've been consistent. So I went out every day this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even though Wednesday was only one delivery. I still got my ass out there. And I'm excited to go out today and this weekend. And shoot, I did 5 deliveries, which is pretty good. Um, and I'm no spring chicken. And damn, some of these freaking I went down 3 driveways or up 3 driveways. They were so steep. They put such pressure on my knees, and I really had to pay attention because if I fell, I would have been done, honestly. So that's the other thing. You really got to be in good physical shape in this job, I think, to really do well and to be able to be persistent and have endurance and keep going and going. You really got to be in shape. So, and I watch this girl, Meaty Mama. She's lovely and her story is very compelling. Um, she's in Florida, so she's able to kick out quite a few deliveries, but Florida's flat. She doesn't have all these steep driveways and everything to navigate. So I'm like, okay, how is Meaty Mama not allowed, able to go 6 hours, do 6 hour shifts here? Um, and I can barely do like a 2 hour. Well, that's part of it, is some of the terrain is not as challenging. Anyhow, I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for letting me get it off my chest, so to speak. And I'll see you later today because I am going to go out there and I'm going to try to do Grubhub, build up my Grubhub rating. Okay? Please subscribe. Thank you so much. Take care.